Now that you have your stance widths from your body measurements online, please mark them as instructed in our other videos. You want to drop this in front of you with the numbers facing away. I'm going to put the middle of my right foot on 0 and the middle of my left foot on any other number that's marked. I'm going to start narrow. What we're going to determine now is how wide I should be with my putter, and I'm going to show you that you only have one stance width where your arms and hands will hang the same and your putter will track perfectly. And once you have your stance widths, it's pretty easy to determine, as you'll see. So I put my right foot on 0, and you're going to the middle of each foot. I have a black mark on 13.5 here. So I put my palms together, and I have plastic cards. You can use business cards. You want to put it between your index and your middle finger on each hand, so it extends this way. And what this does is you can face a mirror. It'll give you a good view, as you'll see with my setup here in just a moment, of what happens and how your hands work. Now you'll notice that when I just take a deep breath and relax, how my left hand turns in much more. My left hand here turns in a lot more than my right. If I just, without moving my shoulders, get my hands moving, my right hand goes out, outside in, or inside out, my left hand goes outside in. So they're not tracking the same. They're going to track very differently until you find the right number. I go to the next number out, and I find exactly the same thing. Notice how you see more card on the right than you do the left. And as I move wider and wider, still the same. Still exactly the same. I have a very wide stance width with the putter. I'm in a position I never would have put myself until we did the biomechanics research, much less anyone else. So my palms together, facing each other, deep breath, relax, and just let my arms hang. And you can see how the cards look identical, and my hands hang exactly the same, and they track beautifully back and forth. Now if I bring my fingertips together here, they meet perfectly. I don't even have to look down. My fingertips are meeting perfectly. If I come back down to a narrower number, or even wider, and I try and bring my fingertips together, my right arm is out beyond my left, and as I bring my left up and bring my fingertips together, I can feel my shoulders subtly rotate open. Now when we come to club face aim, you're going to understand that when you aim your putter face aim is coming out of all these variables. Your path is coming out of your core and your balance. Your putter face and your club face aim are coming out of your upper body and how your arms hang. So again, I'm relaxed. I'm not in my balance point. Go to my balance. My 24.5 is actually my number. Relax, and they track back and forth. Now a good indicator, another way of checking where your putter likely is come to one of your balance points, stand in front of a mirror. You've seen this referred to as the power angle. Notice how much space I have in here. This angle shows up repeatedly in the putter setup when you're in a good symmetrical setup. Your body lines are symmetrical. If you stand and face the mirror and you have a very shallow angle, you'll have a very narrow stance width. I have a very wide angle, consequently I'm going to have a very wide stance width. Now let's look at why. I get my setup again, palms together. I'm at 24.5, my putter width. Notice how my arms hang beautifully, exactly the same. And if I simply rotate my palms forward, relaxed, you'll notice that relative to my exterior thighs, they're parallel. So biomechanically, I have great symmetry here. If I move back to 22.5, 2 inches narrower, and do the same thing, my left hand turns in, and you'll notice that my right arm, forearm, is parallel to my thigh here. Left arm is not over here. It's a good way to determine where your irons are, and possibly your woods, as well as where your putter is. Because this symmetry that I don't have here, that I do have here, you can see again how parallel my forearms are to my exterior thighs. It's a good indicator of where I'll play my irons from. I'm going to have a wide stance with my irons and an even wider stance with my driver. So, easy way to determine. Let's look at what it looks like in terms of the arm swing down the line. Here is my putter 24.5, my putter stance width, relaxed. And you'll notice how they just track beautifully down the line. They're gonna follow each other. Again, my fingertips meet. If I simply go 1-2 inches narrower, then relax, my left hand just turned in and they're not going to track together. My fingertips do not meet here. Whereas here, fingertips meet beautifully. You have one position in your stance widths. We're all different. Everybody's sequence of balance points is different based upon their height, their weight, their shoulder width, their body width, shoe size, waist. We have, over many years of research, calculated your balance points. Now that you have those, if you do your body measurements online, and you'll be able to, and just mark them on a stick, you'll be able to determine your putter, irons, and wood stance width, where your arms and hands are going to work beautifully together.